This video is about a camera that I don't have anymore, the legendary Leica M8. Back in 2014, I decided to buy my first Leica. The options were limited to Leica M8, Leica M9 and M240. Of course, M9 and M240 were out of my budget and I wasn't sure if Leica is for me or not. So I decided to go for a used Leica M8, try it, and if I liked it, maybe I would upgrade in the future. I didn't have enough money for a Leica lens. Zeiss lenses were also out of my budget. So after a lot of research, I finally decided to go for the Voigtlander 28mm f2 Ultron. When I got the camera, the first thing that surprised me was the camera weight. It felt dense, giving a very nice feeling when handling it. The other new thing for me was the rangefinder focusing, but it felt so easy and natural to me. Soon I learned that the camera JPEGs are garbage and I have to shoot only in RAW. Also, the high ISO performance was not impressive, giving the acceptable results only up to ISO 640. But the workaround was to convert to black and white. I also picked up a SF26 flash, but I didn't use it that much, especially for street photos. One more thing that I was worried about was the IR sensitivity of the sensor, causing the black fabrics to turn slightly purple in the photos. Of course, I bought an IR filter, but I ended up not using it because the issue never really bothered me. The colors are really nice, and looking back at my photos, I see that I don't really need any extra work to get good colors. The camera is only 10 megapixels, but it doesn't have an AA filter and it can produce very sharp results. I printed some of my photos up to A3 paper size, and the relatively low resolution was never an issue. The M8 and 28mm Ultron was the combo that started my street photography because of simple manual controls and zone focusing. And of course, the camera looked less threatening than my Nikon D90, which was my other camera at the time. Eventually, I wanted a longer lens, and after some research, I picked up a used Minolta M-Rokkor 90mm f4, and it was performing really well on my M8. A few things that was actually bothering me was that the camera is on the slower side, and to be honest, the high ISO performance. Also, the battery life wasn't great, especially in the cold, but maybe all I needed was a new battery. Finally, after 17 months of use, I decided that Leica is for me, and I sold the M8 to be able to get a Leica M240, which I still have until this day. So that's it. I hope you liked this video. If yes, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram.